A common misconception is that sex, the act of sex, is natural and instinctive. It is not. It is something that is learned, and it has been shown through various animal studies that children, when they indulge in socio-sexual play with each other, which even human children do from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years of age, they play games like I'll show you mine, you show me yours. All that is very normal and natural, and it is the way they learn, and they are laying pathways about sexual activity and sexuality in their brains at that time. And in many animals, it is the mother who teaches the child how to mount. Sexual behavior is taught, and there are experiments which have shown that if a monkey is deprived of any visuals or any way of learning how sexual activity happens among monkeys, and then later the animal is put back in the group, the animal does not perform sex. It has not learnt it. So similarly in humans there are phases. So first phase is from birth onwards, 1.5 years they will start exploring themselves, and then on to 3, 4, 5, 6 years of age they will play together. That's one. And then during adolescence they'll play with each other, homosexual and heterosexual play. But again there is no older person involved in this. They are within 2 years of each other, these children. And they will have curiosity about it, which needs to be answered and addressed, like how did the baby get in there. So if you have explained that dada cell meets with mama cell and it comes out of the susu place, later on when the child is 9, 10, 11, 12 and ask about sex, and you say this process, I told you, this is called sex, when the penis enters the vagina. Because now the child is older, you can use other words, and then you can explain rape and everything. Nowadays it doesn't really happen, but then not so long ago, before pornography, internet and all that was available, we used to get sometimes patients who come with infertility. A couple comes married, infertile, with a thick file of all test investigations done. A simple question like, are you having proper sex? Yeah. So the penis enters the vagina. What? They have been having sex between the thighs, like without penetration, and that is called coitus bifemoris in our technical word. So sex is a learned behavior, proper, full sex. Instinct can take you that close. Instinct may not result in penetration. And we knew this. We do sex in private. We don't have to be like other animals and show everything, but we always had ways of conveying it. So we had drawings. In fact, pornography were drawings that was there in brothels. Then we had sculptures even before that. Khajuraho, the temples in Bhubaneswar, they all show. Even Belur, Helipik, they show. But they show them at a height. If the below is only, Hathi Ghoda, the small baby can see that, children can see that. Only when the person has a certain height, they can see those and make sense of what's happening over there. They're quite explicit. And then we had the books, when the books came around. The books were there, and there were all kinds of books. And then photographs came, and now we have the videos. And there's a danger over there. The videos can be tempered and altered. And then they give a wrong impression about how the body should be, how much it should do, what it should do, how it should do. We are teaching through these mediums, and we need to be responsible about that and careful. So when you said sex education, what I would like to actually present it as is sexuality education. Sexuality education and personal safety education, where we are talking about the emotions and how to manage your sexuality. If you like somebody very much, what do you do? If the person doesn't like you back, what do you do? How much do you do? How far do you do? What is your age? What is your responsibility? How much can you take care of? All that needs to be talked about. And we talk about sexuality being responsible, meaning I do not do something that is harmful to myself or to the other person. I keep that in mind, and that is my experience, and my expression of sexuality needs to be responsible. The experience needs to be without shame and guilt, and the expression needs to be with responsibility for my own safety and the other person's safety too. So we need to address this and talk about this, because the other teachers, the parents, the teachers or the media are not really doing a very great job of it. So there is a big need for sexuality and personal safety education in schools.